Look at that, I'm picking one up. This is so fun. It's like spreading its arms, like welcoming me. Eating platters like this makes my 3.5-hour flight so worth it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. And guess where I'm at today? I am out here in New Orleans. That's right. I've been wanting to come out here for some time to try some of the awesome food, and now it has finally happened. So I'm gonna be kicking it off in a big way with this restaurant behind me called Clesi's Restaurant. Clesi's is one of the most popular seafood restaurants you can find in New Orleans. And right now, the crawfish is in season, so this is really the spot to go to for live, delicious crawfish. So I encourage you, stick all the way to the end of this video because I'm gonna show you a crawfish and seafood boil, along with other great Cajun foods here at one of the most awesome restaurants that you can find in New Orleans. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, because I post these food and travel videos weekly you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be heading into Clesi's for a late lunch, and I'm already liking this seating design. How fun! As the story goes, Clesi's has been around since 2013. It started out as a pop-up, and because of how successful this was, it turned into this brick and mortar establishment that I am at right now. It is a family business. It has been featured on nationally syndicated TV shows, so it looks like it is really the place to be, especially for seafood. So like I said, a lot of people come here for their boiled seafood, which you can get in a platter. You can get the pot. You see, look at all the goodies that you can have in there. So not just crawfish, but also shrimp, which I heard is super good here. Raw oysters, definitely a big thing in New Orleans, so got to get some of that. And look, even more on this side. Ooh, PoBoy sandwiches, jambalaya plate. Yeah, this is like the entire Cajun food experience. All right guys, this is Jarvis. He's the restaurant manager and the boil master for today. We're gonna be making some of that seafood boil, right?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yes. Yeah, so we get our crawfish in live every single day. We sit them on this table, which is called the walking table, and y'all can see how they walking down the table to where we drop them off in a little champagne basket, and then we purge them after that to get all the guck out of them, get all the dirt off of them. Then the next step is we start boiling. And the thing about boiling crawfish, the key to getting your crawfish to soak perfectly is the warmer the water, the faster and the better they soak. So we cook in this one pot, and then after that, we season this pot in a day, and we need this pot to stay cool. And we transfer the crawfish from here over there up in the ice chest. At least 1,000 pounds of crawfish a day. Yeah, about
1,000?
Yeah, about 1,000 pounds of crawfish.
A day?
A day. A day.
No kidding, you serious?
No kidding whatsoever. Yeah, the line be from up there where the host stand is at, all the way down this ramp.
So basically you're just mixing all the spices in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Letting that sieving be evenly coated on all your crawfish.
Okay, so you said that seasoning was made of what again?
A little cayenne pepper, garlic powder, salt.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so this corn is also kind of cooked in that same...
Yeah, in the same seasoning. We get the pot as hot as we could get it, and then we turn the water off, sit the corn in there, and really let it absorb that seasoning.
I think Clesi's is one of the few seafood restaurants where you can watch them make live crawfish, as in like it's all out on display. They would boil it and they would serve it right up to you. So if you guys want the show as well as the taste, then Clesi's is definitely the spot. Look at that, scooping it all up, almost like scooping ice into a tray.
You don't want to try to get over on the guests. A lot of people would weigh the crawfish off with the lemon on there. Here we take the lemon off as we wind.
Oh, so it has some sides too?
Yeah, we got the sausage.
Sausage. Okay, that sounds good. Some corn too.
Got some nice corn.
Yes.
Really soaked up in that water. Got some good flavor on there. Potatoes.
Potatoes.
You know, everybody love potatoes.
Okay.
Get you some of that garlic butter. Them potatoes better with that garlic butter.
Oh, okay.
Garlic butter better, baby. Garlic butter better.
All right, looks like we got some shrimp on there too.
Yeah.
All right. What's that?
That's garlic.
Garlic, okay.
Yeah, we do boiled garlic as well.
Oh.
Clove on there. Then we're gonna finish that off with some snow crab.
Snow crab.
2 of them half-pound legs on there.
Oh, this
we do our snow crabs a little bit different from everybody else. Most people just boil them with more butter compared to we boil them with the crawfish seasoning boil that we cook the crawfish in. So one of the cool things about here is we're in this oyster recycling program to where every oyster that my man's Kurt shuck, we send them in little trash bins and they're cleaned and put into little mini sacks. And what they do is they're restoring the coastal shores so that the land is not being damaged by the waves, which is a pretty cool thing. You know, everything has a second purpose most times.
What you want to find is a nice spot in the hinge, where the oyster opens up. The side it does. So what you do is you take your oyster knife, always use an oyster knife, never use a butter knife or a screwdriver, you're just gonna hurt yourself.
Okay, good to know.
Dig your oyster knife in there, kind of screw it in to where you find a nice divot. You want to lock it in place and start to work it up and down. If you can't, you can see the shells breaking away there, clear it off. You just want to lock it into a place where you can pry it open, just use your leverage here. Once you get that spot open, use the 2 edges of the blade, torquing it to release the shell. You shuck the top there, which is the abductor muscle. That is the muscle that opens the oyster up. And then you come back, shuck the bottom again. You want to make sure it's nice and loose so that anyone eating it right from the shell just slides right off. I like to come along and clean off any loose debris there. And you have a beautiful oyster.
Perfect. This just shows that the Crawfish Boil is not the only thing they have here. Back here in the kitchen, they are making a whole lot of other things, like the raw oysters, as well as all the other Cajun classics that you can find on the menu. So it looks like you can get an all-around good Cajun dining experience here at this restaurant, which I'm open to because it's my first time in Louisiana.
All right, so this is raw oysters, kind of our southern style here, served with horseradish cocktail sauce and your crackers. First, you want to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on there. This actually kills some of that extra bacteria that you'll find in that seawater, that Gulf water that you have down here. A lot of people like horseradish mixed in with the cocktail sauce, but what we can do here is just put a little bit right onto the oyster, just a little bit on the tip of the prong there is all you really need. Throw a little cocktail sauce on there, however much you want. It's up to your taste. I'd like just a little bit. And that oyster's good to go right off the shell. But of course, here in the South, we do enjoy a cracker.
Oh, so it goes on top of the cracker.
Yep, you just slide it right there, and then you're good to eat.
And what I really like about Clesi's is this outdoor seating. It has like this backyard barbecue, family meal type of vibe. It's pretty rustic. In the summertime, I heard the weather gets pretty humid and nasty here, but right now, it's such a good time to eat outdoors. So yes, I came at a perfect time to enjoy stuff like this. First time eating food of any kind in New Orleans, so I am super excited. And seafood is definitely one of the things that you should eat when you are here in New Orleans. So of course, I'm gonna take advantage of this. Wow, that is pretty mind-blowing. It's big, it's so clean tasting, and it's so fresh, full of so much flavor. The other pro tip is to put your crackers to good use. Oysters are one of the absolute must-try seafood in New Orleans. That's what I heard when I came here, and so far, I'm getting a good first impression. This is such amazing oysters. And this is also another popular thing on the menu, the seafood platter, the fried seafood platter that comes with a little bit of everything. So it has the shrimp. Look at the way it's breaded. It's almost like a cornmeal mixed breading. That's pretty interesting. Along with some catfish and some fried oysters, and as well as your crawfish mac and cheese. That shrimp is so big, it's nice and fresh. It has a bite to it. So I guess if you don't know what fried seafood to get, shrimp is definitely the way to go. Catfish, ooh, that thing is so tender, it just falls right off. So you have to be careful with this thing. I thought the shrimp was good. Man, this catfish, I think we have a new winner here. Seriously, one of the best fried catfishes I've had in any restaurant. Woo, I'm having so much fun. You see? This is definitely a foodie city, I can already tell. I think that's probably my favorite one of the three. Seems like every time I eat one, it just gets better and better. Now the seafood choices, you can order them individually. Like you can get the shrimp one, you could get the oyster one, you could get the catfish one. But I would say just get the whole combination platter because you get to sample a little bit of everything and it's so worth it. That works. Really rich tasting cheese. Bits of that crawfish inside too. Now me personally, I'm not the biggest mac and cheese fan out there, so if it's one of those things that's like a side on the menu, I'd rather just get something else. But I can certainly appreciate it if it's one of the popular items at a restaurant. If they really know how to make it well, I can tell from an objective standpoint that it's good. And this is definitely pretty good. Yes, so if you love mac and cheese, you should get it. And since we are in Louisiana, gotta get some jambalaya, right? Yeah, this is a bestseller here. So this jambalaya has chicken and sausage inside. Jambalaya is a little bit spicy, so just letting you know. And it comes with some of that toast on the side. And first time trying jambalaya in Louisiana. This is a life experience, right? The rice is kind of creamy, and that's the way a lot of jambalayas taste anyways. I have not had enough jambalayas in my life, no less here in New Orleans, to really compare this to other jambalayas. But based on what I heard from the staff, this is supposedly some of the best jambalaya that you can find in all of New Orleans. So if you come here and for some reason you don't want to eat the seafood, or you want to add something on top of your seafood boil mix, jambalaya is definitely one to try. Obviously, have to try their seafood boil, right? The platter, which has the crawfish. It's $8.99 per pound today, market price, but you might want to check because these prices vary. Also some snow crab legs, their famous shrimp, potatoes, sausages, corn, a lot of goodies.
So what you want to do is you want to take your two thumb and index finger there, just rip the tail off like that. You can see it separated. What most people do here now is suck the head. Then comes the tail part. You want to grab the little fingers down there and start peeling the shell off layer by layer here, that top shell right there, layer, all the way around till you expose part of that tail. Once you do that, you can come back and pinch the very bottom of the tail, and the rest should just slide out.
Just like that.
Not too spicy, a little salty, and there you go. Lots of juice in there, lots of flavor. And then do that about 100 times, and you got a full belly.
Oh yeah, with all this right here. When I've had crawfish in the past, whether it's at a buffet restaurant or a seafood boil back in LA, it was never fresh. It was always frozen. It wasn't really that juicy. This is like the total opposite of it. And by the way, they do give you this big plate so that you can put all your garbage on there. So be sure to pile this really high. Oh yeah, you come with a big appetite, you will, right? Wow, that's so marvelous. I love the seasoning too. It has like that garlicky Cajun flavor, paprika, a little bit spicy too. I noticed that. It's quite something. Since I heard so much about their shrimp, might as well give it a try too, right? Yeah, for sure, when you come here, get the shrimp. Because the crawfish boil, at least in this form, is not going to be here all the time. This is a seasonal item. But the shrimp definitely is going to be here all the time. Look at that, they even put this garlic bulb in here too. Have you ever seen anything like that before? It's like so much garlic in your mouth. It's so soft, almost like eating mashed potato. Garlic is good for you, so you should be very happy they include something like this. You know, good for your health. By the way, all their sauces here are house made. If you want to eat more of the natural flavor of the seafood, then of course you should eat it by itself, but I think the sauce adds a really good taste to it as well, so you should try it every now and then with your seafood. So you got your seafood and your vegetables. Don't know what to really say about this one. I mean, it's corn, it tastes good. Add some balance to the meal. It's nice and crunchy, it's sweet. I always like corn with my seafood boil. Of course, I've had seafood boils before, but I don't think I've had it made like this before, because the other ones that I've had in the past had a lot of that thick, garlic-filled Cajun sauce that was just smothered all over it or mixed into it with very similar seafoods, although not as fresh, but very recognizable seafoods. Here, the spices are cooked into a broth that's cooked into the seafood, and that's the difference. Like, you really taste it when you taste the broth. Like the soup, you can taste that spice. It's a little bit spicy, I can taste it. And of course, I have to try the PoBoy too. First time trying PoBoy in Louisiana. So I got mine with fried oyster, although you could get it with hot sausage or shrimp or catfish. I felt like eating fried oysters today. So the PoBoy sandwich, if you've never heard about it before, it's pretty much a baguette with veggies like tomato, shredded lettuce, pickles, mayo, and your choice of protein. I got the fried oysters. First time trying PoBoy sandwich in New Orleans. Wow, that's quite a mouthful. That French baguette is so big and so perfectly crispy. Once again, I can't rave enough about the fried oysters. It's one of my favorite things here. So you're definitely going to like the sandwich. If you like fried oysters, you put it into your PoBoy, it's a knockout. Like I said, maybe right now would be the best time to come since the weather is really nice, because in the summer it could be very hot here. So yeah, love this place. I'm gonna finish up with my crawfish, but be sure to watch the next few episodes because more New Orleans food spots coming out. So I'll see you all in the next food adventure.